Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shirtless Plantain Show, the Arsenal edition. Fulham 0, Arsenal 1. I'm joined by Gabby. As usual, Gabby, how you feeling, man?
An ugly win is still a win. I'll take
Yeah.
it.
That's just that. Just take what we can.
Take it.
Yeah. I didn't have high expectations for a performance today. Like, to be honest, I didn't expect a performance today at all. Like, I was talking to a friend actually, on my way back from the Palace game, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll take good performance and a win today will be good." I was just like, "Give me the points and no injuries. Performance is a bonus. In fact, keep your performance. I don't even want a performance, basically." But yeah, I, games after international break, which we'll get into, are always a little bit funny for me. But before we get into that, I'm really hungry, guys. Don't worry, that won't affect my performance today. It's fine. So I'm curious to know, Gabby, what is your go-to takeaway like order or like your go-to takeaway spot if it's a franchise or whatever? No free advertising.
I'm more of a mom and pop like pizza person. So I
Mm,
have a pizza place that's like down the street from me.
okay.
That I always order like either a half cheese or half pepperoni
Okay.
from like a large pizza. I'm a pizza girly. Like I'll get a pizza every weekend.
You are a real one because ironically that's what I'm feeling for right now. I don't think I'll get one though. Maybe I'll save it for like maybe a couple months down the line. I don't know. But I'm really, really hankering for a pizza. But I don't what's my usual sort of go-to sort of guide go-to spot usually is like a burger, like usually a fried chicken burger. If it's not fried chicken burger, then I'll usually just have like some fried chicken, whether it's tenders, actual wings, or just pieces. That's my quick,
I'm sorry.
easy.
You know what
I
I was
know, I
thinking?
know, I know what you're gonna say.
The hard R was jumping out there. That's crazy.
I am what I am. Unfortunately, I am what I am. Yeah, I do love Chinese as well. To be fair, but my one Chinese spot that I had on my road, these guys shut down, right? And you know the funniest, it's not even funny actually, but they put on the front door, they're like, "Yeah, we're closing down because we just want to spend more time with our family." That's what they said to us. They're the one that serves our entire road. Like, there's no other Chinese spots for at least another 2 miles, I want to say. So
Yeah,
yeah,
they couldn't even close down for like, 5 days, like what, 3 days a week, 2
yeah,
days a
that's
week?
something that was just disgusting, man.
Nothing.
But
It
yeah,
means more.
exactly. In case you guys were ever wondering what I'll be doing after this recording, I'm going to be eating a copious amount of absolute bullshit. But I haven't eaten today, so it is what it is. Um,
Oh, listen, I got up and had some porridge. Jamaicans, you know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, Cornmeal porridge, that's my shit. That's absolutely my shit. Now I fall for some as well. I'm really hungry, man. God damn. Okay. Before we get into it, like, share, and subscribe. Right, my friends are really lonely. Keep clicking those buttons. Keep sharing it. Keep talking about this shit. Thank you. um, Lineups, Gabby. Any shocks? So Ryan goal, obviously. Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Zubamendi, Rice, Eze, Trossard, Gyökeres, and Saka. White on the bench, Hincapié not on the bench, despite him back in full training.
Um, if anybody had any like any surprise in them for this lineup, I don't know where you've been. Because this is exactly the lineup I thought Arteta was gonna play.
Mm,
Now, I, like many other people, had hoped Ethan would start,
mm.
but we all knew that he wasn't going to. So, alas, here we are.
Um, I thought there was potentially an opportunity for a surprise start. I thought he could potentially start Martinelli. Um, I'm not saying I would have done that, but I thought there was opportunity there. And I actually thought there was a weird world where Marino starts, and let's hear my reasoning for
I
this.
actually was thinking the same thing, but I kind of understood why he started Gyökeres over this. Like,
Yeah, 100%. I think we both will probably agree on it as well. Like, those comments in the week weren't lip service. Arteta fully believes it clearly. despite him obviously being a mentalist and him wanting to actually extract what he can out of people by using words or whatever else, I had no doubt Gyökeres would start. But when players are in form, whether it's for club or country, you don't really want to take them like you don't really want to sit them down. Basically, you want them to continue that form. When Gabriel Martinelli scored in the week, Marino scores every time he puts on a Spain shirt. So I was thinking
he's actually like R9. Like,
it's a problem. Like,
what's his
what's his actual
problem?
So I thought, okay, maybe, you know, there might be a little bit of that. Obviously, Trossard scored in the week as well for Belgium, so that's probably where he was at. But I just thought, you know, there may be a little bit of that. But yeah, we're learning more and more that a settled team is better than let's just see if we can get something out of this player this week kind of thing. The more you sort of build up a rhythm with these players, I think it's just going to be, we're gonna start flying, absolutely flying, very soon. So yeah, no surprises there. But Noni and Kai, Gabby, they should be back within, for my estimates. Again, this is just finger in the air. Maybe within a month's time.
In Jesus' name we pray. Madueke. And I know I was a hater, but honestly, that was a Chelsea hater in me. But like, I cannot watch Trossard Martinelli on the wing anymore. I just cannot. I just cannot. While Martin is out, I need Madueke to be back. He must.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if. Do you know what? I don't mind him playing on the left. I think that's actually, it's a really good opportunity for us to change the way we attack. And I think it probably benefits Victor as well. Simplifies the
Oh, it
sort of
definitely
movement.
will.
Yeah, I think it simplifies the movements he has to make as well. But I'm more interested about Kai. I won't lie to you. Like, I already know what I'm going to get with my Dweke. He's going to beat his man. End products hopefully will come. But I'm really interested to see what we do with Kai, especially while Martin Odegaard is out as well. I think he plays the majority of minutes up front, but do you think potentially he could, you know, get some attacking midfield minutes, you know, in some, you know, relatively important games?
Yeah. Yeah. Knowing Arteta, that's his, like, after Martin Odegaard, Kai is his favorite son. That's his favorite son. He's definitely going to get some midfield minutes. I think he trusts him. As much as we get aggravated about him playing Marino there, he trusts him way more than Marino to play there and to press there. And I do think as a lot of the conversation around Arsenal fans that has to do with, like, Eze and where he plays best and putting him in the 10. And in the way that we play, I think his best position is going to be on the wing. I think you have to move him out there on the wing. He'll have a lot more touches on the wing. And if you move him out to the wing, then you definitely have to have somebody who's pressing from the front in the middle, in Odegaard's spot. And Kai knows how to do that.
Yeah.
Which means the Gyökeres, which honestly leaves Gyökeres. Like, I know we won't actually play like this, but if you play Gyökeres and Kai together, which is what we talked about last time. I was about to say last week, but international
It's been a
break
couple of
with
weeks,
my
yeah.
brain. I would actually love to see a little 4-4-2 formation. Like, I need to see them play together.
I think one poor unfortunate team in the bottom half of the table is going to get both barrels when we essentially just want to score 7 or 8 goals one day. I think that happens relatively soon. Cool. Okay. Some of like Arteta's pre-match comments, I think we alluded to earlier, just about, you know, the fact that you know, Gyökeres, like, he loves his attitude and stuff like that. Then he's talking about Kai, you know, essentially being like, you know, this physical freak that's just pushing, that, you know, he's always surprising the medical team. How much of that do you think Arteta is just trying to G the players up, or how much do you think of it he genuinely believes and he just can't contain his excitement?
I think it's I don't think it's just G the players up. I honestly, I think it's more of a trying to close out the media from, like, the noise, like, shut out the noise, because there's a lot of talk about Gyökeres from inside our fan base and from outside of our fan base. Obviously, there's a lot of talk about Arsenal in general because Arsenal pays your bills. Sky Sports, I'm looking at you. Anyway, God knows those lights would be off if you weren't talking about Arsenal. But I think that because there's so much talk about Victor Gyökeres being a huge goal scorer before he came here, granted he did it in a lesser league. and they thought I think a lot of people have been saying that, like, "We need a striker, we need a striker," and then we got one for 60 mil, which is now all of a sudden a high fee,
Mm.
all of a sudden, because, you know,
Yeah,
um,
it's that. It's the Arsenal tax. That's what it is.
it's the Arsenal tax. Mind you, they bought Solanke for 60 million. Where is he? But alas. Because there's been so much conversation around him, I think that, and not just conversation around him wanting to score and how he's been playing and, you know, he's not doing enough and all of that stuff, but
Mm.
I think that internally, and I don't just mean within our club, I mean internally for Gyökeres.
Yeah.
In his own mind, he feels like he should be scoring more. So I think that Arteta kind of has to keep him engaged in a way that you will get chances and you will score again. There's no doubt about that. Don't feel frustrated now, because I think it comes out in his play a little bit where he starts snatching at
Yeah,
things,
even his body
which he
language
did
at
today,
times.
which we'll get
Y
to.
yeah.
But I think he's kind of like telling him, you need to block out the wheels. You're doing everything that I asked you to do. And we're creating chances, and at least you're getting chances. It's not like you're not getting shots off at all. The goals will come. I know that that's your number one priority. That's the thing that you're worried about the most, but they will come.
Yeah.
Rest.
I wouldn't say I'm concerned about his mentality and stuff like that. I'm just concerned about the longer it goes on, you know, when sometimes it's hard to shake a label at times, you know?
Yeah.
And
I mean, Gabriel's still shaking off his label
do
about
you know what
Bozo,
I mean?
and
Do
that
you know
was
what I mean?
years ago.
It's literally yeah, it's been years basically. So I'm concerned about that, and I think labels. As much as I'm a person that says, you know, what people say don't matter and stuff like that, I do think labels are very important in football. Because it comes out, it comes out in your play, it comes out in the way like people interact with you as well. Where you know, victims of it as well. When people used to call us a soft touch and blah 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 stuff like that, and then teams would go extra hard on us and wouldn't get protection from the referees. All these labels and stuff, like they definitely matter. But yeah, let's get into this wonderfully exciting game that I've been trying to avoid talking about by talking about food and comments that are 48 hours old. But yeah, let's try and pick the bones out of it. Arsenal started relatively okay, but we didn't create anything. Um, I'm not a huge fan of Portuguese managers. I'll leave it there. Portuguese managers, yes, I'm not a huge fan of them, but you can take that the double meaning as well of anything Portuguese. But but yeah, but yeah, I'm
I
just not a huge fan of
mean,
them, and I feel like they just have this knack of being really shitty and just so cynical. Like I hate it. And Marcus Silva, I think, is one of the best at it. So it's a bit of a compliment here. Arsenal's like problem with these sorts of teams and managers stuff like that has always been we just don't look threatening enough. But these teams equally don't really threaten us; they just frustrate us, kind of thing. To my mind, they started better than us. What happened here? Do you think? What do you think happened?
I agree. I thought, like, when I saw us start the game, I was like, okay. I feel like we need to weather this storm. Just
Mm,
don't concede. Like, just don't concede it early. Don't get stuck up early, because then it'll turn into a completely different game
mm,
plan and completely different game that we don't want.
mm,
But they have to start out early. The opposition team is playing at home,
mhm,
and they won against. We got 1 point from them last year,
mm.
like out of
No,
6. Was it?
no, we
Was it not one? They
no,
had a draw and a loss.
no, we beat them at
Was it? Did we
home.
beat them last year?
Saka's return game, he scored the header. Yeah, I was sitting right behind the. Of course, yeah, it was. That's the game that Gabriel. That's why it felt shitty. Gabriel popped his hammy against them. At the end of the
I
season.
blacked out that game.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah,
blacked out that
I
game.
knew. It's almost. I feel like you even hear it pop. I was so close to it. It was bad. Uh,
Stop.
no, seriously, it was bad. Honestly.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it was.
god.
But you know what? That game, I've referred to it a few times. That game away from home, that's the game that broke me for the season because of the offside Saka header.
Yeah.
That game, it finished me. That was it for the league. I was done. Like
So not that game, but the 2 games before that, we dropped
mm,
points against them
yes,
because we had a loss and a draw. I'm pretty sure
yes.
the 2 games
I think
before
Bobby
that.
the Reed, he scored a winner in 23-24.
Oh god. The
Yeah.
the Arsenal the bogey teams that we have are just so unserious.
Mm,
Like
yeah.
I would trust us to win against a Bayern or a Barcelona, but God forbid we play a Fulham or West Ham. Anyway,
Listening.
um Well, I expected them to come out, like, confident because
Mhm.
they've taken points, away from us recently, and they did. They did. They, like those first, like, what? I can't even say 15. I wanna say, like, 20, almost to the 30th minute, they were, like, really on us, and
Mm.
I wasn't, like, stressed in a way, like, we're conceding really, really big chances, but I felt like our midfield wasn't perfect in the way that they were running through it, like 2 passes and they're sprinting at our
Yeah.
back line. And while I trust our back line to defend that, which they did well all game, why is this happening? Why why is it happening so fast?
Mhm.
It just felt like they were sprinting with 2 men
Yeah.
against 6 and getting a shot off. And I was like, "I need you guys to, like, hold the ball and, like, take the sting out of this first
Mhm.
30 because it's feeling like a basketball game and that's what they want." I saw the tail and I was like, "A cat."
Yeah, he's literally, can you see him? He's literally
Yeah,
just
I saw
he's just taking a piss out of me, like, he just,
Sorry,
where's my
listeners, I
spec?
got distracted. No, so I
Oh,
got distracted.
kitty.
I was like, "A cat." Um, yeah, I was like, "Just take this thing out of the game," and it didn't help that it wasn't just them playing better than us, it was like we were also playing sloppy. Like,
Yeah,
the
I think
passing
I think it was the hangover. Like, genuinely, like, I hate the first game after international break. If it's not a home game, automatically I'm skeptical. No matter who we're playing against, automatically it's whatever. And it's like the fact it was Fulham, I was like, yeah, the fixture computer, we'll call it a computer because I don't know. I don't think it is. I don't think these are done on a computer. To be honest, it was really out for us. Our first 6 fixtures and then our first game after international break is Fulham away. Like, you're taking a piss. But yeah, I'm gonna put it all down to ring rust from international break, and I think the our best sort of indicator of that is just how Declan Rice plays. Pretty much, that's how I normally give rate our sort of performances, especially from a physical standpoint. If Declan Rice is off it, then I kind of know what sort of game it's going to be. But yeah, Calafiori, um, he scored an offside goal, Gabby. So we'll just rewind a little bit. Actually, he scored an offside goal, but we didn't actually create anything before that until then. Now this was like a good 15 minutes into the game at this point, and they had like 3 attempts before we even got there.
Yeah,
And this
I
I'm
don't
talking
think
about
they're, like, many on target, but, like, they had, like, a couple shots, at least 3
they were
shots.
blocked, yeah, but
The only thing that we created in that first, like, let's say 15, 20 minutes was,
mm,
like, I think Gyökeres ran in behind, but he tried to cut it back and nobody was there, and that
yeah,
was the only thing that we did.
yeah, yeah, basically. But yeah, like, they had 3 attempts. They ventured into our box a few times. We had like 1 touch in their box before we even started getting going. But yeah, the Calafiori chance, we went direct, which I've seen us doing a lot recently. Trossard set him up, and he's put into the top corner like he did against Man City. I don't know what else to say about this guy. I think he's one of the best players in the league. If we're talking just
I
pure
agree.
football. Like, he's just, what is he? What is, okay, you try and define what Calafiori is. Try and do that for me, please.
Yeah, I know you hate to give praise to white man. Um, Listen, I'm sorry, but Calafiori moves me bad. Like, he moves me so badly. The fact that he was even in the striker position there is just so funny to me because what are you doing? What are you doing there? I I genuinely believe he has the best finishing in this club. His finishing is absurd. Why does he finish like that? Like one-time finishes. He's just
Yeah,
glides it into the top corner. Like, what are we doing here? Why
yeah,
are you a fullback? Let's start there.
yeah.
We need to move you further up the pitch, bro. That's
I
what we
think
need to do.
he's the meme of the polar bear of it. Like, that he is that meme. Every time we're doing something, it's like, what the hell are you doing there?
Dude,
I know what he's doing there. I want to know what are you doing there? Explain that to me.
like,
That's
anything
how
he
I watch
wants.
Calafiori.
Anything he wants. Like Calafiori is such an enigma, especially for this team.
Yeah.
Mikel is very set in the way that we play, like the shape that we play,
Mm,
how everybody has their specific positions. Calafiori just says dash all that away.
mm,
I'm just gonna do whatever. And you're gonna
mm.
let me do whatever. Because I
Yeah.
can create chances, I can overlap, I can underlap, I can shoot from far,
Yeah.
and I can finish in the box. I could just drift. Just let me
Yeah.
drift
And he
and
can
create.
also cook pasta if you guys didn't know that as well. Like, he does it all. Um So yeah, Saka gets a shot off not too long after that. It's obviously blocked. Um, but nothing happened in that first half, to be honest. Like and I know why nothing happened in that first half. And again, it goes back to the cynical nature of these Portuguese managers, but in particular Marcus Silva. This mid block thing is not going to go away. And despite our sluggish sort of performance physically and just with our pass and stuff like that, tactically, we're still having issues with it because we can't seem to it's a genuine problem where we can't seem to progress the ball, whether we've got an overload or not. We can't seem to move it through the thirds of the pitch quick enough. We can't seem to move their players around. We can't even seem to make them turn and face their own goal consistently. Now, all the quality is there on the pitch. I don't know what the actual problem is outside of the fact that we just haven't had a great game against a team that plays that way. So we've actually gained the confidence to be more risky and whatever else. I noticed, for example, Gabby, actually, sorry, when we had the ball, they'd press us with 4, we'd have 5, basically, and we'd outnumber them. But it didn't feel like that. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Whereas when we pressed them with 4 and they had their 5, it definitely felt like it. Can you help me understand why what is happening there?
I think there's multiple things, like multiple reasons why we can't figure out the
Mm,
mid block, low block. It's for me. I always start with the fact that we won. Like if you're talking about whoever's on the pitch at the time, like not even just changing of personnel,
mm,
the urgency in which we play, like the zipping of the passes, is like you guys are taking. I think that was the thing that irritated me the most watching this game. I was like, why are you guys taking extra touches?
mm,
And even the touches that you were taking are heavy.
mm,
Like what are we doing? Like it felt like so sloppy the way we were playing, especially in that first half. I was like, you guys, like, please lock in. Please. Like there's space around, you just have to find it. Shift and move. Even like I think we didn't do our first like maybe 1-2 until like
mm.
later, like deep into the half or in the second half. And I was like, that's what you're supposed to do. Like either pass through them with quick passing or go over them. Because this going to the wings, I know that's how we play, but going to the wings and letting them set and wait for you to break them down thing is not working. And I don't think it normally lurks when we play deep blocks, low like mid blocks. But that's why we call it the horseshoe of death.
Yeah, yeah.
The constant like just moving it to the center backs, moving it to the fullbacks, moving it to the center backs. Like you have to either progress through the middle and find the pockets of space and get technical players into those pockets of space to take quick touches and move it fast, or you go over them,
Wow.
which we did find joy going over them, going long, getting that second ball, getting a shot away,
Yeah.
or quick interchanging where I can't remember what time we did it, but like the quick interchanging between Timber and Saka at one point, like quickly
Yeah.
passes the
Yeah.
ball from the touchline, comes inside, runs past his man, Timber passes the ball to him, runs into the box, tried to get the shot away or
Yeah.
pass it. That's what you have to do. But to do that, you can't also play like with the midfield that we have. In my opinion, I think
Mm,
Eze would be better off on the wing. He's used to having more of the ball, which he's not going to get in our midfield
mm.
because people are on top of us in
Yeah,
our midfield.
at one point, I saw he got the ball and he was surrounded by 4 Fulham players.
Literally.
I was like, yeah, you guys are just. I fucking hate Marcus Silva. I'm sorry, man. It's just bullshit football, man. It's like, what is that? Like,
Yeah, he needs more time on the ball, which he's only going to get on the wing, in my opinion. Which is why Martin is so perfect, because he's a tempo setter in that
mm,
midfield.
I think. Do you know what? I think Eze, ironically, is almost is a pressure release valve. Now, I personally, in this current Arsenal team, would prefer him on the wing, um, because I feel like we have to squeeze in more attacking emphasis, basically, with him on the wing, without sacrificing um defensive solidity. But
Mhm.
him playing through the middle, he can absorb the hits. He's actually quite good in the pressure kind of thing. I'm more concerned with what happens if he does lose the ball, because we know what happens when Martin Odegaard loses the ball. He pretty much wins it back almost straight away. He's
Yeah.
there, do you know what I mean? And that's where my reservations are a little bit with him. But yeah, generally speaking, this was a really bad game, guys. I'm sorry. Trust me, we're gonna give you your money's worth today, if I can say that. But it was it was really just not good. Fulham created look, Fulham created some more sort of openings. Again, the positive here was, do you remember like Gabriel and Saliba turning and facing their goal, Gabby, today? And like sprinting back like
I
hooligans.
genuinely, I want to say Saliba did it once. He came out, tried to get the ball, and like he got spun, and they
Mm.
ran through. But like it wasn't like a super or like a high XG shot.
And
You know,
that
I
was
hate talking
I
in those
think
terms.
that was in the second half as well, if I remember correctly, actually. I think
Yeah,
it
I
was
think it was too. I
yeah,
think it was
exactly.
too. Like we just didn't have a lot of defending to do because
Mm,
we just defended as a unit and get those nicks in or we did a lot of work. I should say Timber did a lot of work on his
mm,
side where he just like has somebody sprinting at him. He slides in, he tries to get the ball, like nick it away and pass it forward.
mm,
But other than that, they didn't really give us that much trouble, which I didn't expect from Fulham. I expected them to try to like nick a goal away from us because we are a very good defensive unit.
mm,
It's just the way that we attack. I know that's more important for Mikel, the way that we defend as a unit, but I was
mm,
like, we need another creator in here or
mm,
another shooter in here at least. Like I was like, you gotta take Trossard off and push Eze to the wing and put on Ethan or something.
mm,
Because I was like, we're having some joy going over the top, or even like there's like little moments where you can see Jokeres getting the ball and doing a half turn and getting the shot away. And I was like, we need to do that more.
yeah.
We need to start testing Leno. Like,
I, I think, that's a really good segue because that chance that you're talking about in particular, where he basically takes it on the turn, gets it at an angle and hits it across the goalkeeper. That was our best chance of the first half. And this current version of Gyökeres, let me just stay on the record. I don't think he's going to score that. The goal he scored against Leeds, which he scored a lot of the time in Portugal, he's not going to score that goal often in England.
I agree.
The chance that he did get in the 37th minute, where Saka's obviously, we're going to get to Saka, guys. I promise. Like, we haven't forgotten. Saka is the best player in the world. Don't worry about that. But that chance he got basically where Saka slipped him through and he's got in half turn, taking a touch out of his feet and hit it as hard as he can across Leno. That is to me that is Premier League Victor Gyökeres. That's the chance that we need to be creating for him
I agree. And he did
often.
that, I think, 2 or 3 times today.
He got it again in the second half as well, but he's not going to run away from players. He's clearly not. To me, I don't think he's going to body players in the Premier League the way he did in Portugal, kind of thing. So how can we get him chances where he's one touch finishing or at most 2 touches out your feet, shoot basically? And I think that's one good way. He's really good at using his body strength to peel off a defender and then create that half yard and then hit it, kind of thing. More of that. And I think more of that comes from Saka attracting players to him, and then automatically he's left one-on-one with a defender,
Yeah.
Gyökeres. But yeah, outside of that, we didn't create much. Do you remember the Rice chance that he usually puts on target at least?
Yeah. I remember watching it. I knew it, funnily enough, I knew it was off target as soon as he hit it because I was like, I don't think that's going in.
Nah, it
But
didn't
I
feel right.
like, when you had that half second, you were like, but it might. but it could.
No, hang on a second. The chances are low, but not always 0.
It might deflect.
Yeah. So yeah, but I mean that was it for the first half. Like literally nothing else really happened, man. My biggest takeaway from that first half is that the mid block is still an issue for us.
For sure. And I think that we're trying to break it down too much with crossing and crossing specifically by floated crosses into the air, which Victor's not going to get.
No.
And I'm like, you need to do some like you need to do some like variety, like some low crosses across 6 or something. Because I mean, how many times have we seen defenders running towards their own goal, try to clear it and hit it into their own net? Plenty of times this season already.
Yeah.
And Gyökeres is always in the box where he needs to be, but I feel like we don't do that enough. We're doing floated boxes, like floated crosses into the air, like Mikel Moreno's at there or Kai Havertz is at there. I don't want to see that. Way too many crosses in the air. Way too many. And we were overhitting them too, trying to do the floated crosses. I was like, please.
Everything felt off today. Like, I think I feel like it was just affected because even Zubimendi, like, which it's probably a good time to talk about. I think Zubimendi today was okay. He was passable. But I think a lot of the stuff that we suffered today came from him just being a little bit off it. Like, he wasn't terrible. He was actually because it's actually relatively okay. It was just you notice a difference straight away. Like if our tempo setter, our guy that is comfortable in like all phases of midfield is a little bit off it kind of thing, it affects the pods that he plugged himself into as well. If he hits a pass short, or he receives a pass and it's his touch gets stuck under his feet, or he knocks out his feet too far, it affects everyone else around him.
Yeah.
So I'm not, yeah, I'm not wholly convinced that we've also got like a different alternative to him just yet. Potentially Miles Lewis Skelly, I don't know. But yeah, just something that caught my eye. I don't know if you agree, if you saw that as well.
I do think he overhit some passes. I just think both him, I can't even say both.
Mm,
All three of Eze, Declan Rice, and Zubamendi were
mm,
off today.
mm,
Eze just, he annoyed me because of the way that he was touching the ball. It was like
mm,
either extra touches or he was thinking too hard, and the pass that he
mm,
wanted to get off didn't get off. And then Declan Rice, I felt like, didn't touch the ball enough, if that makes
mm.
sense.
Yeah.
And I know he gets a lot of the ball when we play in general, but
Mm,
I was like, I need you to find a little bit of space and come collect it deep because we
mm,
need to progress the ball forward,
mm.
which I feel like we didn't do enough. And then Zubamendi was overhitting things. I
Yeah.
was like, who are you passing to, bro? Like, I need you to relax.
Do
Like,
you know, you just reminded me of a chance that he created, or half chance he created for Gyökeres on his left foot, where he's got the ball, I think, from Calafiori, and it's the same sort of pass and same sort of like area of the pitch where Miles Lewis Skelly scored from against Man City. And Declan Rice, instead of driving with it, he slips it down the side, and Gyökeres is on his left foot, and he tries to cut it back. Basically, I personally think he should have shot, but
I
it
agree.
just highlights something to me that even in the mid block, if you can play with inside it, you will get space, you will get chances, kind of thing. And I don't feel like we made those sorts of passes or created those sorts of situations enough, basically. But on to the second half. I'll let you have this. Just going on him, yeah. The Trossard chance, you know which one I'm talking about. What the hell was that?
Nonsense. Nonsense. That's what that was. Like, genuinely, I the worst part is I hate when I feel like I'm never rooting for my team to fail because
Mm,
I'm not a Spurs fan. I'm not a loser.
mm,
However, I hate when I feel like I just know you're not going to score.
mm,
I
mm,
hate that feeling. Like
mm,
when the ball drops and it almost always happens with Martinelli and
mm,
Trossard. When the ball drops at your feet and I'm just like, am I
mm.
about to be surprised that you score, or are you just going to do nonsense?
Yeah.
And lo and behold, nonsense.
I mean, it went near post as well. I was like, bro.
Exactly. Why did you go near post? You didn't even put it across. You didn't even get the shot on target. Like, there was no one near you. I don't even understand how you did that. Why
Mm,
did you overthink? It's like he had to think. He's like, should I? You know what? Let me just take a touch and then take the shot. And I'm like, why did you drag it
yeah.
so close to yourself where you already were? Like, you didn't even punish Leno with a save or anything. Just nothingness.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's what I mean. We said that all last season. We don't punish teams enough when
Yeah.
they make mistakes. I'm like, oh, you left Trossard alone at the back post, but nothing's gonna happen to you because we do nonsense. I mean, until he
And
scores.
it's just weird because that's the sort of chance. Yeah, no, you're right. I think it's a sort of chance that you expect Trossard to actually just bury or like create danger from it. Didn't happen. Um, yeah, I think they got a warning because before the goal, Gabriel obviously um got on the end of a header. And then our next one is the goal. So Gabriel, rather than scoring, decides to assist today. By the way, he's my fantasy team. So
Same.
clean sheet and assist. I'm loving it, honestly. Who else, did anybody have Mateta in a team by any chance?
I genuinely, I thought about it last night, and I fell asleep while changing my fantasy team, and I woke up this morning and I said, "Oh shit!" I opened my phone and it was still on the screen.
Oh
And I said,
no.
oh my God. I was thinking about either him or Baltimore to be in my
Mm,
team this morning, like last night. And I was like, I forgot to set the changes. Oh,
yeah.
well.
Or you can always bet on Mateta to do something absolutely crazy today, man.
He should have
But
had
yeah,
4 goals today. But that's neither
three
here nor there. No, he should have had
for
4.
oh
He
yeah,
should
yeah,
have
yeah,
had
yeah,
4.
yeah, yeah. You know, you oh yeah, yeah, that chance, fuck, Um,
That was
yeah,
unserious.
guys, can you tell how boring this match was? We're talking
We're
about
talking about
we're talking about fantasy football.
and
Gabby,
mind you,
honestly,
we're almost at the time frame of the actual goal. Like
exactly. Gabby, to be honest, I think we should actually, we should do a Dr. Umar and start claiming donations, guys, for this episode. Donations, please, guys, because yeah, I don't know how we got to 35 minutes, but it is what it is. So yeah, flick on, and then he's there at the back post. It's a classic goal. It's a classic Arsenal goal, actually, from a corner. I'm gonna go as far back before I was born, a George Graham goal, where I think the ball's normally chipped in, and then it was either Steve Bold or Tony Adams that would flick it on at the near post, and somebody else would dive in at the back post to essentially to get it. And it was one of those ones like this goal is damn near 40 years, 45 years in the making at this point. But yeah, Trossard scores. Like there's a story here with Trossard scoring this goal, Gabby. Like,
I mean, he's scored it like 3 times already. That exact goal. He's done it against Leicester. Did he? It wasn't Everton. It was another team he scored it against. I can't even remember who the other team he scored against, but he loves that back post.
it
Like
was Leicester last season.
Leicester last season, he
Yeah.
scored another one again, like that exact goal against someone else, and I can't remember who it was, but he loves that back post goal. Loves it. And I don't want to like misplace it. Gabriel literally leaps as per usual into the air. He's so head and shoulders above everybody else. If you watch him on replay,
He's the best at it. I think
he's just so he should be a basketball player. Like, what is his problem? How does he get so high?
Do you know what? It always makes you laugh is that teams usually put 2 on him, and it's just like,
yeah.
You're gonna
it depends
need
on the formation that we're doing, because I noticed when we were playing the everybody at the back post and then run into the middle, they don't put 2 people on him. But when he's by himself on the penalty spot, there's always 2 men on him.
Yeah, I mean, you seen Rambo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know that the famous line, you're gonna need more body bags. That's essentially what you put 2 on Gabriel. No.
Like, it's just so funny. It's just so unstoppable.
Yeah.
It's just so unstoppable. And the way that he flicks it back, he's like looking to make sure it went to the place that it went.
One of you better be there, because I really should be scoring, bro. Like, so be grateful I'm not scoring this week, basically.
Oh my days.
But yeah, I'm pleased that we found a way. 15 goals in the league now, 7 of them are set pieces. Had we done this last season, playing the way we were last season kind of thing, I would be a lot more concerned. Now correct me if I'm wrong. I think this season we've shown enough from open play that us scoring 7 from set pieces is just a function of us being really fucking good at set pieces more than anything else.
Not to mention we're missing one of our greatest chance creators in Odegaard, because the way he was playing when he came back from that first injury or the second one, I guess.
The second one, I want to say.
Oh God. Or the second one, I guess. Sensational. So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
really trying my best not to project forward and over egg, but I just think this team is just primed to actually start flying soon. And just looking
That's
at
what
the way
I'm hoping for, actually. I'm not to cut you off, but I literally was thinking about it today, and I was like, I know we don't want to peak early because then you slow down by the end of the season, but like, I want us to get these rubbish games out of the way now so we can like actually hit our peak like come January. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
I want to see some good performances where we're like handedly putting teams away.
I think what's interesting, we've seen hints of it. We saw hints of it against Man City. We saw hints of it against Newcastle. I think probably our best performance of the season was probably maybe home to Nottingham Forest. And that was without, a few players, to be fair. Like I don't think we had Odegaard that game. I think he went off that game. Did he go off? No, he wasn't. No, he went off against Leeds. But yeah, like we've seen hints of it. I think the Champions League game away from home as well. We saw a different face to us, but we got 2 goals from open play as well. It's coming, but I just think us, still being a really good set piece team and us being able to hurt teams from open play, it's just hard for me to not be excited. It's hard for me to not wish. No, not I won't say wish, but wish for harder teams in the Champions League. Like, when we get to the knockout stage, I want to play Barcelona. Do you know what I mean? I want to play Real Madrid again. I want to play Bayern Munich again, even though we've got them in the groups next month. I think we can. I think we can compete with them. Which I suppose leads me on to my next point. When you have a player playing the way Bukayo Saka is, Gabby, you want to see him against the best teams because you think he can obviously handle it, and I think he has handled it. Generally speaking, is he the best player in the league? And I'm being dead serious, like right now. Like, I'm being dead serious. Is he the best player in the league?
I don't think you could say he's the best player in the league right now with the way that Haaland is playing. With the way that Haaland is playing is absurd. However, if Haaland was playing the way he played last season, that would be a conversation for sure. It'd be a conversation because I don't think that Salah will get to the heights in which he got last season. That is like he's done.
Yeah.
Not cooked in a way that he's done, but I mean like he's done playing like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that what was it last season or was it 2 seasons ago where Saka started off the season like really, really well?
It was
not
last
just
season.
performance-wise last season. Yeah, not just performance-wise, but like GA-wise, where he had
9 assists before. I think he had 9 assists by mid-November, I want to say.
Yeah. And we were thinking this might be a generational run from him.
Yeah.
Alas.
Yeah.
Injuries, man. But
So,
I think he could do that this season if he stays fit.
Yeah. I think there's. I was worried about his physicality, not in terms of his actual physicality, but in terms of not physicality, athleticism. I was worried a little bit with the hamstrings kind of thing, but he was up against Session today and he was blowing past him. He was blowing past him.
Yeah, Session today been out of that game with a yellow card. Pissing me the hell off.
Yeah, I mean, but if you're looking at athletic like left backs, you don't get more athletic than Session, and that's how I kind of judge what Saka is. If Saka is okay physically, I know everything else is fine. And the reason why I know everything else is fine because his first touch day, Gabby, how many times did he pluck the ball out of the air and it's just you're like, what? You're like, I'm asking myself, am I watching Messi genuinely because the first touch is just unreal. Please take it away, Gabby. If I talk about Saka now, they're gonna call me mad. So
I keep the Messi tag for Max. Agendas have to run later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've said this multiple times on the pod, and I think on Twitter too. But I wanted us to play in the way. I mean, this is going back like 2-3 years now. In that first year that we challenged for the league, I was thinking like you start to play like Klopp's prime Liverpool team. You have the Salah, and that's Saka for me. You have the Salah. You just need to get your money. And I was like, I just think that he can play like that, like consistently. And like he's just so much better than even his, let's say, even his floor. Even his floor is better than some people's ceilings.
Oh.
It's so much better than some people's ceilings. I mean, people are like, I shouldn't say people, let's say Tuchel. Let's call out people. Talking about how he might have to earn his spot back, Madueke this or whoever that. And I'm like, you guys would be so ass without Saka. I mean, and I'd be here for it. I'd love for you guys not to call Saka up so he could just stay at home and be well rested for the next season. Fuck England. Like, I'm tired of their shit. But this team, Arsenal is nothing without him. England is nothing without him. He's just so much better than everyone else. And it's not just that he's better than everyone else. He makes people better as well.
This is what I was going to say. Usually, right, I think there's an argument that a lot of great players sometimes can be a sort of a detriment to their team at times, especially if they're not playing well. Yeah. If Saka's not playing well, he's not actually hindering the team because he's still going to work hard. He's still going to obviously track back, stuff like that. But then when he's got the ball and he's playing how he's playing right now, I just feel like there's anything's possible. When Saka's got the ball, I'm always like, we could probably get a goal out of this every time he gets the ball. I don't know how the goal's going to come about. I just know that because he's got the ball, something can happen. Like, Saka, for me, can create any chance that you want. And I think that's probably his biggest asset because that sort of being able to do that comes from decision making. If Saka wants to float it back post, he can float it back post. If he wants to go on the outside of you and then drill it across goal or whatever, or even stand it up, he can do that as well. If he wants to drive at you and then find a reverse pass slipped in, he can do that as well. Like, he can
shoot from outside the box.
Exactly. Saka is, for me, the complete attacker kind of thing. And he's not the complete attacker because, like he's flashy. It's not that. He's a complete attacker because every single thing you need to do attacking wise, Saka can execute to a high level. That's for me what makes him complete. There's nothing that he can't do for me. Like, and on top of that, I mean, spoken about his 1v1 ability. Saka can go past anyone. He can. He's done it already. So he's just complete for me. And performances like today without a goal and assist, I think just for me it elevates his legend, 100%. Like we have a lot of players, you know, some of these guys playing for Chelsea and whatever else, you know, some like Man City, you know, if they don't have a goal and assist, did they even play? Do you know what I mean?
Listen, I won't speak too much on that. I won't speak too much on that. By the time we're done, we will go down in history.
Yeah. My boy's winning the Ballon d'Or. I'm sorry, he is, man. He just has to, man. That
When's the last time an English person won a Ballon d'Or?
an English person, Michael Owen in 2001. Michael Owen admitted that he said that look, he basically said that look, yeah, he won it kind of thing. And don't get me wrong, he was fantastic, but he was not the best player in the world when he won it. He wasn't the best player.
There was a lot of players who weren't the best player in the world when they won it.
Yeah, but it's crazy because again, we spoke about this on a main pod like about a month or two ago when Dembele won it. When Michael Owen won Ballon d'Or, it was essentially European Player of the Year. That's essentially what it was. It wasn't you had Ballon d'Or and you had World Player of the Year, basically, separate awards. So even then the meaning is a little bit sketchy. But regardless anyway, you know, he wasn't the best player in the world to my eye kind of thing.
Aitana wasn't the best player in the world this year either, but alas, here we go.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah, Saka is leaving with one golden ball. I'm so sure of it, man. But yeah, after we score, we get a pen. Now I've watched it a few times, and like
did we really get a pen?
Yeah, exactly. Before I hand it over to you, Gabby, I was like, I'm not too sure it's a pen, blah blah blah, and then one of our dear followers, a guy, Chill Cat Dad, hey Cat Dad Unite, he's at his Will JJCLE. He was just like, he gets Saka before he gets the ball. And I didn't look at the angle properly, so I didn't realize that their knees actually collided before he wraps around and gets the ball. It's a pen for me now. I don't know how you feel, but I was a little bit unsure, but I still think it's a pen.
So on first glance, I did not think it was a pen. And I was surprised that he called. I was like, did he just call a pen? Huh? And then yeah, I was like, but I didn't think it was a pen for a different reason. Not that he didn't get the ball. I thought he was outside of the box. And I was like, oh, he was on the line. Like he had his foot in the box. And I'm like, oh, that might actually be a pen. And then I was like, oh, wait, he gets the ball. He gets a touch on the ball. Do I think that's enough of a touch that it's not a pen? Debatable. Probably not. I personally, rule of thumb for me is if you go through the player to get the ball, it's a pen or it's a foul. That's what I say every time. But referees, especially in England, are dumb. So as soon as he said, oh, we have to go back to the monitor, I've never, ever, I think I said this last time, I've never seen a ref in England go to the monitor and stick with the decision that they made on the field. Yeah. Never.
I'd have to really search the archives, but you're right. I can't remember either. The fact, I think the most shocking thing for me is the fact that Anthony Taylor gave it. Like,
yeah,
I was like, you're giving us a pen, like a pen that essentially end the game and put us 4 points clear ahead of second place. Like, really? Is that what you're doing?
So he got us back with those 9 minutes of fucking stoppage.
Yeah, exactly. To be fair, Fulham had a ton of injuries, man. Well, I don't know what's going on over there. Not my problem. But yeah, I don't know, like, I was just like, yeah, it was not a pen, not really. I don't know. You know, I can see it given either way kind of thing. The point I'm making here is we still don't know what a pen is in England, basically. No. That's the issue, guys. We still don't know because I'm pretty damn sure there might be a pen or two tomorrow that are way softer than the one that wasn't given today, by the way. You know? So
I want everybody to know that game tomorrow, I will be there. No matter what happens, I will be there because no matter what happens, I will win.
Yeah.
If Liverpool lose, I win.
Yeah.
If Manchester United lose, I also win.
Wait, but if they lose, they might sack Amorim. We kind of need to win.
He told him that he's giving him 3 years. He's not sacking his ass.
They say that all the time, man. He better start winning football matches, man. Yeah. Fulham don't create anything. literally after our goal. They had one shot. That's a testament to how good our defense is. And Gabby Magalhaes, as usual, you have the floor to talk about Mr. Teeth.
Now, why would you call him that? Listen, he's the one has lost his at least 2 teeth while playing for us
Mm.
on the field. He's given it his all. What more can I say about my guy? What more can I say about my guy? You're the best center back in the league. I do not care. I do not care what anybody says. The best center back, the conversations that will be had if we win, if we win a trophy this year, if we win the league this year, period, the conversations I will be putting him in will be absurd. I will have a lot to say. Like I keep saying over and over again, I'm coming for that Chelsea record. I'm ready for them for him and Saliba to wipe Chelsea out of the record books.
Yeah.
Let's run it up. Because the way that he is he's not just like a very good defender, because Saliba is obviously a very good defender. We call him a Rolls Royce of a defender. But Saliba is not really a talker. He just head down, do his own thing, and that's it. Gabriel is absolutely somebody who marshals his own defense. He's telling people where to be. He's telling people what to watch. Make sure you're on that man. And not to mention, not just on the defensive side, but attacking-wise, that fact that you are consistently coming up with big goals.
Yeah.
You're such a threat on corner kicks that they're putting 2 men on you. Like,
it's not enough.
It's not enough. It's absurd. Like, I can't say any more about him because you're my favorite player for a reason. I love Gabriel.
Yeah. Do you know what I noticed as you're waxing lyrical about him is I don't think you've overpraised him. I think that I think that's the magnitude of how good he is. I don't think any praise really in terms of his overall sort of defensive leadership and his ability and stuff like that is too much praise. He gives me so much confidence, like so much. And as a defender, and as a fan, should I say, watching the defender, that's all you can do. Make sure the fans don't feel nervous. If you can make sure the fans don't feel nervous, you're a top defender.
I agree. I mean, look what happened with Brazil played it without him the other day.
You know, people are talking about some Beraldo or whatever he is, like Basura. Whatever.
I would have loved to seen Thiago Silva play with Gabriel because he's just so incredibly good. If you think of anybody who's listening, if you think of any defender, think of a center back in your mind who you think is very good. Do you think he's better than Gabriel? The answer is no. He will keep telling me about Ruben Diaz and this person and that person. I don't care.
None of these guys.
He's not better than Gabriel.
I think Gabriel is so good, and I mean this to say, I think Gabriel is so good. You put him in City or Liverpool, and automatically with Haaland being there already, or with Isaac and Ekitike potentially clicking already with Salah there, automatically one of these guys, you're looking at, you're thinking these guys are probably joint favourites of Arsenal now, because Arsenal right now are obviously they put us ahead as the favourites, but he's that good. He improves those teams astronomically. I think he's just fantastic. And the thing that pleases me most, I said it before, is the fact that every year he's adding something to his game. That's the most pleasing thing, where he's just not resting on his laurels. He's already a top defender. He's been a top defender for the last 4 years already. And he's just adding more and more shit to his game. And the fact we didn't, I just literally saw another stat. We conceded 0.0 XG on target today.
Yeah. So, I think we conceded 0.0 XG in the second half in general.
Yeah.
Like Fulham didn't create anything.
Yeah.
And he keeps, one thing I love about Gabriel, I know a lot of people say like Virgil van Dijk, he is obviously a fantastic defender. However, I hate his style of defending. I hate it.
Well,
that that booty shaking, push yourself off of a man nonsense. I don't want to see that. I would rather you take the foul. I'm so serious when I say that. I need your pause. I need your body to be on his body. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Like, why do you think Haaland has so much fun against Gabriel? Because it's constantly it's a fight. It's a struggle.
Yeah.
You win some, I win some, but like you're gonna know that I'm there. None
Yeah.
of this backing off of players. No, like
I do think that they complement. They really complement each other. Well, I think having two Gabriels obviously would be great. Having two Salibas would be great or whatever. But having that mix where they're both, you're not going to beat them physically. You're not going to beat them for, well, if you're Haaland, you're going to beat them for pace. But most
yeah,
strikers don't want to beat them for pace, basically. And yeah, one's a talker, one's, you know, obviously more gifted on the ball kind of thing, and he's reading of the game is probably, I think Sleepy's reading the game is actually very underrated, to be fair, kind of thing. But Gabriel is such a dominant force that, you know, you just assume that, oh yeah, he's reading the game is way better than Saliba. I don't think it's even the case there. I just think we're just really lucky. We're just really, really flipping lucky.
yeah, man. I need them to win some things. They need to go
Yeah.
down in history.
Yeah. MLS didn't make an appearance today. We didn't change either of a fullback today, which I think was quite interesting.
No, but that's something I want to talk on. Not to cut you off.
No, go.
And I don't know if this person is listening to this podcast right now, but you know who you are. In my all girls
Expose
Arsenal
them.
podcast, in my all girl Arsenal podcast, group chat, this person said, "I need Mikel to take Calafiori off. I'm scared for him against Adama Traore." What was he gonna do to Calafiori?
Yeah.
That man is top heavy and can run in a straight line.
Yeah, and
What are
to
we
be
talking
honest,
about?
to be honest, I'm with you. But it was just more of a, you know, normally Arteta's actually become quite good at reacting to substitutions from other teams. So I thought, well, MLS is a tank, and he's fresh as well. Good matchup. And he's just as good under pressure as Calafiori as well, probably even better. It's a good matchup, but the fact that he didn't, like, I think there's something to learn there. Calafiori might actually be physically ready, like really ready now, which is a huge positive.
He was so obviously not fit last year.
Mm,
Like, which is why he basically didn't play half of the season. I really think that his defensive abilities, I know that he's not good at everything. There's some things that he's just not good at, but that it reminds me of Ben White, you know, where like there's so many things that he's so good at. And while you might not want to play him in every game, I'm not necessarily scared against whoever.
Yeah.
Maybe I wouldn't play Calafiori against a Lamine Yamal. Like, sure.
I mean, maybe I would, to be fair, because they can just have you do whatever you like, I do whatever I like off. Maybe Hansi Flick says, you know what, this guy's having too much fun. I need you to drop back 10 yards, basically. That maybe they both out crazy each other. I don't know. That would be fun, to be fair. But yeah, the same Victor Gyökeres chance we spoke about that Saka created for him in the first half, again happens in the second half as well. This time, it's the follow up is another save from Martinelli chance as well. The players are learning each other. The fact that can happen twice in the game lets me know that there's a clear sort of link there. I want to call it telepathic link. Let's call it automism. You know, they know that, okay, this is how he likes his chances. Let me try and serve it up from like that kind of thing. Just on your careers, Gabby, are you worried at all?
No, I'm not worried.
Okay.
I'm not worried. I mean, we did go over this earlier. This is how I know this game was boring, because we technically talked about this earlier in the pod. But I'm not worried about him because at one, I think he's playing a lot of games. He's playing 90 minutes basically in every game. And I know he didn't play 90 minutes in this game, but it's just like until Kai comes back and he can like Arteta can rotate as he pleases. He's doing his best. He's getting shots away, which is what I want. He has already scored goals. People are acting like, oh, he hasn't scored in nine games. And I'm like, wait, you acting like he hasn't scored at all this season. And he's had chances to score. It's not like he's like noodles. He's not hitting the post every time where you like, how did you miss that? It's not that. Good, taking some good saves from the defender. I mean, from the goalkeeper. I'm like, fair enough.
Yeah.
Do I wish he scored more? Sure. Of course I wish he scored. I'm sure everybody in our team scored more. I wish we were out of sight on goal differential. But Alas, I'm
To be
not
fair,
worried
but
about
I don't
him
think we're
not being
even.
able to do what he has proven he can do. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think in terms of our goal difference, though, obviously City are the top scorers because they've got Haaland. But if we're looking at it, our goal difference already is what? It's plus 12. It's City's is plus 11. So they scored 17. We scored 15 goals. It's really not like it's quite the difference is quite literally Haaland basically. Haaland has scored 11 goals.
Literally. He scored 23 goals this season in general in all comps.
Yeah, so
23 and we're in October.
so him and Harry Kane are doing whatever the fuck they want basically. But Haaland has scored 11
White
goals.
strikers, man. White strikers, I try to tell you.
But we've got 10 different scorers. Now you want to tell me I would love, don't get me wrong, I would love to have one bona fide centre forward that's going to guarantee me 20 league goals every year kind of thing. But if we're looking at the Premier League in 2025, if your single point of failure is Erling Haaland and your next sort of reliable scorer after that is maybe Phil Foden and potentially Marmoush, compared to Arsenal, who's our top scorer this season? Is it Gyökeres? I think it is. Is Gyökeres?
Yeah, Gyökeres. I think he has 3.
Okay. Actually, no, I think it's Martinelli, actually. It might be Martinelli. It's between Martinelli and it's between Martinelli, Trossard, and
Somebody fact check that in the comments on YouTube.
yes, please, yeah. Please do that. Yeah, between Martinelli, Trossard, and Gyökeres anyway. But to me, the fact that we're even trying to dispute that lets me know that Arsenal are not a one-trick pony, which is a good thing, which means that I think, I'm not going to say it's more, I don't want to use the word sustainable, but I just think when you combine that with our defense, if Arsenal can find a way, we will, because already we are, how many games in the league season? 8 games in the league season, and we've got 10 different scorers.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good thing, man. Norgard got his debut. Happy for him. Yeah, he'll probably get some minutes against Atleti as well, I suppose. But we're 4 points clear, Gabby. We're 4 points clear. We are plus 9 points on 3 games that we dropped points on last season. At home to
Thank the
West Ham.
Lord.
At home to West Ham, away to Newcastle, away
to Fulham.
to Fulham. That's 9 points from what was it? 2 points? No, 1 point last season. So that's
that is absurd.
That's an 8-point swing, guys. So
I'll take it.
I'm feeling good.
I'll take it. Like I said, I'm very much okay with us. Like I know everybody was talking about the Big Six record, but I've always been like of the opinion that I'm okay with dropping the Big Six record if we can win the smaller games. I need us to win the smaller games. We have to beat the people that we're supposed to beat. We must. We have more of those games than we have the Big Six games. I know we can beat them. I know we can beat the Spurs, the Chelseas, we better beat the Chelseas again this season. But like I need us to beat the West Hams, the Fulhams. And thank God we won against Newcastle at like St. James Park, because these are hard grounds to go to.
Yeah,
they are.
Yeah. No, I'm feeling good. Now I've put that into perspective now. I'm feeling good. And it's nice to we can put pressure on them, because let's say Liverpool might be looking at thinking, shit, we need to win tomorrow. A draw's not good enough, because that's 3 points. It's 3 points, technically already 4, because they've got much better goal difference than us already. It's like they'll be relying on us to drop points in 2 games consecutively. The more we win, and it's going to sound very basic, but the more we win, you're essentially, it's like a death by 1,000 cuts. Liverpool have to, it's psychological. They have to win. They have to win. They have to.
Yeah.
Whereas with us, it's
grind
like,
them down.
Yeah.
Grind them down. That confidence goes away once you're like, oh my God, of course they haven't lost again. Especially when we play before them. When we win, and it definitely puts mental pressure on you to win your game. And especially in games, in my opinion, I mean, granted, I'm not a professional player, but I think it puts even more pressure on you to win in games that you know you're supposed to beat them.
Yeah.
Like you should be beating Manchester United. Yeah. You're a better team than Manchester United. You are title like contenders this year, and you won the league last year. And you added one of the best goal scorers in the league. You should be beating them. And if you don't beat them, that is a failure.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I
not my problem, but
no, facts. It's really
not my problem, but I'd love to see the head loss after it, because woo!
I'm here for it, especially anyway, Liverpool fans in general. Anyway, You got
If
you
Emerin gets one over on Slot, I'm telling you, those
Yeah.
balls. Slot
Do you know,
that ball.
actually, before we get out of it, let's actually have a quick moan about Slot. Those comments to me let me know that this nonchalant gimmick that he likes to run around with, it's all fake. It's easy when you won the league. It's easy when you've got Mo Salah scoring 30,000 goals kind of thing. When you're having to worry about Kirkes running around like he's pregnant kind of thing, it's not so fun now, is it? It's not so fun, is it? Yeah. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Listen,
Like talking
man.
about set pieces, that bro, you're conceding stupid amounts of chances to
Yeah, I
teams.
was like, do you know your what's it called? Your captain and your center back was booty shaking when he should have been closing down Caicedo. Stop the nonsense.
Like
I don't tell me about set pieces.
don't worry
You
about
also
what.
have set pieces that you could score from, you know?
Thank you. Like it's not only us that has them, you know. But yeah, I think we rambled enough. Guys, you should really commend us for this because you managed to get an hour
Literally.
and 6 minutes out of us out of the
We'll be
most
better next week.
boring game of the season so far.
God. Hey,
But
this game. A win is a win.
yeah, win is a win, man. I think do you know what? That's the title of the pod.
A win is a win.
Oh, I've been Coach. Like, share, subscribe. Gabby, you know what to tell us, people.
Peace.